Jim, how are you feeling after that?
I'm delighted, James. I'm probably happier tonight than what I was here a week ago. As I said after the game last Tuesday, it was more a sense of relief than satisfaction. But tonight, it's pure joy, to be honest. First half, we weren't quite at it, and Motherwell deservedly went in front, albeit from a really poor goal from our point of view. We had good possession on their 18-yard line, gave away it cheaply, and then got done on the counter-attack, which happened far too often in the first half. We made a couple of adjustments in the second half, and I felt we were the better team by a mile in the second 45. And when we got it back to one each, we all really felt that Motherwell were there for the taking, and we weren't willing to accept a point. The points now are no use to us. We have to go and try and win every game that we go into between now and the end of the season in the league. And these 3 points here against arguably the third best team in the country is absolutely massive for us.
Yeah, like you mentioned, they are sitting third, and they're sitting third for a reason. How pleasing has it been last week, the first half performance and getting through in the cup, and then tonight to come to this venue twice and do what we've done?
Listen, I think it shows how far as a team we've come, over the last maybe 2-3 months. Motherwell in the first 2 league fixtures, both here and at our own place, passed us off the park, battered us on both occasions, and deservedly were worthy winners on both of those occasions. But the last 4 games, I don't think have been like that at all. They've all been very close encounters, and I think that shows you how far we've come. I don't believe we're in a position that we should be. I think we've had a bit of misfortune along the way throughout the season. I know probably every manager can say the same thing, but the amount of 0-0 draws we've had, or 1-1 draws, or 1-0 defeats that we've had throughout the course of the season is quite incredible. Now, we've spoke about trying to turn those narrow defeats into victories. Tonight, early on in the season, we may have settled for a point at a really difficult venue, but we weren't willing to do that. We wanted to go and try and get that second goal. We played the majority of the second half in Motherwell's defensive third, I felt, and listen, the boys got their just rewards, and I'm obviously delighted for the supporters that turned out in great numbers again, but I'm really, really pleased for my players, because I can see how hard they work during the week, every day. They're a fantastic bunch, great attitude, real professional bunch of players. You see the togetherness that's there again. To be a goal down at half time, it's not easy to come back, and that character again was tested, but they stood up and they counted, and even the substitutes that came on, everybody played a huge part, and it's a big win.
What did you say to the boys at half time to try and get them going? As you mentioned, maybe not the most vintage first half performance.
Listen, I was angry at half time and disappointed, because I just didn't feel as if we got close enough to Motherwell from a defensive point of view. I felt as if we caused a lot of our own problems. A lot of our passages of play were in front of Motherwell, easy for them to defend, and we were really sloppy in possession, and we got done on the counter-attack at least half a dozen times in the first half. We speak about it, we know how good Motherwell are at it, and we just kept inviting that type of pressure. So the second half, I just asked for a reaction from the players. They didn't need me to tell them anyway. They knew that they weren't anywhere near the level required, and we wanted to try and put on a performance similar to that of the first 45 here last Tuesday. Unfortunately, we didn't and weren't able to do that, but the second half was a lot more like us. We just got closer to people. We went and done the dirty side of the game better. We were a bit more aggressive all over the park, I felt. We made better decisions in possession. It wasn't pretty at times from either team. Motherwell didn't play a great deal of football either. But in the second half, we decided to go and play the game in their half of the pitch. Get it forward a bit earlier, be a bit more direct, try and get them turned. I thought every single one of the players deserves a huge amount of credit, and I'm delighted for them.
Yeah, so it's obviously a team game, and I don't want to totally single out players, but Ilkay Dermis is really making a bit of a habit of pulling out big goals. Hamilton a few weeks ago, winners against Aberdeen and Killian, and again tonight. How pleased are you for him?
Well, of course, delighted that he's managed to get the winner again. I think that's 9 points or something, or maybe possibly even 12 points that he's managed to get us with his goals. But more than that, I think his all-round game, in the last maybe half a dozen games, has been really consistent, and that's something that we've spoke about with Ilkay, because we know he's got that bit of magic in him. We know in a 1v1 situation he's very difficult to defend against, But it was trying to get that out of him more often. We felt early part of the season he kept on wanting to run inside the pitch, where we're encouraging him to go down the outside, because I know when he knocks that ball by the fullback, he's very, very hard to take, and you can see the quality of his deliveries in. Tuesday night he put a great ball in for Obike. There tonight he manages to go and pick up a great position to get that second ball in and around the penalty spot, and what a terrific finish. So, I'm like you, I don't like singling out players either, because it's very much a team game, and I'm all about the team, I'm all about the group. Even the substitutes, they'll be disappointed not to get more game time, but as I said to him in there after the game, everybody's going to play a real big role between now and the end of the season. We won't get carried away, because at the end of the day it is only 3 points, but it's got to be the catalyst now for us going forward in the next 11 league games. We've got the Cup to look forward to on Saturday, which will take care of itself, but the league is the most important thing, and the earlier we can get ourselves safe, the sooner we can start planning for next year.
Jim, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.